Welcome back, and we're at episodes 7 and 8 of The Circle. Well, just to say it out there, Siggy bet me that I couldn't put my sloth in my hair and keep it stable and in place without it falling out. I'm winning. Yes, I have my braid on the other side of my head right now. Usually it is on my left side because I'm right-handed, and for some reason I can do a better braid on my right from my left side. My right side always looks weird for some reason. But hey, it is what it is, and it is staying there. I do have it on the other side because you can't see its face and you only see its butt if I put it on the other side where I usually wear my braid. Once I get done with this video, I'm going back to my normal braid. So, here is how much we have of notes for 7 and 8. And yeah, there is some issues that I'm going to have to go through. We will be talking about my thoughts on this. And it all has to do with either player number 8 or player number 9. Well, I would say she's player number 8 because she was introduced before player number 9 was introduced. I have a lot of thoughts on it, and I'm not sure if I want to go into it now or if I want to go to the end of the video. I'll probably wait till the end of the video. It's going to be interesting. So, as you know, last we saw, they were walking down the hallway, and you see two people. We are first introduced to a lady named Sean. She is a social media manager for a plus-size company. She's pretty much a model for the company she works with, and you would call her a social media influencer. So she's already got that up there to start with. She is from New York City. She's 25, and she has decided, like most of us have learned on the net, if you are plus size, then it's harder to make friends. But, so what does she do? She's deciding to use one of her friends, her skinny friend's pictures. That's a model, and lady is okay with it because she even names the person in real life. On the show. So, after she gets her pictures and everything set up, we meet Bill, the other guy that's moving in. He's 27. He's from Chicago, Illinois. He works in the auto industry. He's a nice looking dude. He said, in his own words, he looks like the average typical white dude. And he doesn't post sexy pictures because he thinks it's tacky. And he doesn't like people that put up inspirational quotes because he believes that they're probably insincere. And, well, I have seen some people that are the meanest in real life put up these cutesy inspirational quotes and to make themselves look good. So he's not 100% right, but he's not 100% wrong. So maybe there's a 50-50 there. You just got to know the person in real life to know if they're really true. As usual, they get to build their profiles and do everything and get to snoop on everybody. So they get to snoop on everybody and pretty much have a day of nobody else knowing they're there until an alert goes off. So both of them do decide to go on in through as single, even though Sean has a boo at home and told her to do whatever she had to do to win. But we're also got to remember that this is the late stages of the game anyway. We're on episode 7. There's 12 episodes. She can't get too much everything she needs to do. So we now have, let's see, how many catfishies do we have in the house? We have Adam, a.k.a. Alex. We have Rebecca, a.k.a. Seaburn. We now have Sean, a.k.a. Skinny Sean. So I think we have 3 in the house so far. Don't think so. I don't think we have any other catfishies in the house. Well, there's an alert saying there's a trivia circle night and that they're both team captains, and the alert goes out to the rest of the people that are still reeling from Miranda getting lost. So, well, did I put in there Miranda got lost? Nope, because Miranda is still there. Spoilers. Spoilers, don't get ahead of yourself. Let me remember who got kicked out. So, Mercedes was the person that got kicked out. Just foreshadowing for this video. It's going to be juicy for this episode. So, what they do is they're going through the list, and the rest of them get an update saying that there are the new that they're doing trivia and the new team captains. And while you have everybody else talking, they still don't know about Bill and Sean. And the influencers and everybody else think the influencers are going to be the team captains. And they look a little mad that when they see this new team captain is Bill and Sean. So, another thing is when they start going through the profiles, they think Bill looks at Adam's profile and automatically tags him for catfish. Yep, automatically. Everybody's mad that they're not the new team captains. And so the teams are picked. Bill and Sean. I'm doing them in order. Sean gets to pick first. Her picks are Sammy, Adam, and Miranda. And they get to alternate on who gets which team member. Bill gets Shuby, his number one pick, and he was glad that she didn't pick him first. Chris and Rebecca. Joey gets to choose the team since he's the odd man out of the bunch, and he chooses Team Sean. Now they get to play this fun game of trivia, but what's trivia if you don't have your team colors? They get an alert saying that their team colors are at the door. They get in this nice little box. There is a little team pin. Well, I wouldn't say it's little. It's about like this big to put on their chest. And they get to wear a team color jacket. Sean's team is red. Nope. Backwards. Bill's team is red. And Sean's team is blue. So the captains also get to choose who is going to answer the questions for each round. And there aren't that many rounds, and it's kind of fun watching it. The first one is sports, and it's Adam versus Bill. And they both get the answer correctly. Adam cheats, though, because he's got a sports trivia book in his room. But all is fair in social media war. Let's see, the next one is film, and it's Rebecca versus Miranda. Now, if they didn't think that Rebecca was who she is, they should have got a little smell of whiff of fish in the air when the hint for the movie Sex and the City was said by Rebecca as Sex in the City. But they really didn't know that. I don't know most women that don't at least know of the genre of that show / movie. Even if you didn't watch it, you probably know about it. It's iconic. Even though my husband says one of the movie stars looks like she's got a horse face, and he's not really into the other ones. Not sure which one he really likes, and he's probably not going to say. Technically, I think he would be the one that would date, I can't remember her name right now, but it's the little brunette that seems very, very high strung. If you know who it is, write it in the comments. Because right now, I'm drawing a blank. Then the next thing they go through is landmarks, and it's Shuby versus Sammy. And Sammy's upset because she doesn't do landmarks well. Shuby was saying, well, I know landmarks, I can do this. He comes out with Boston for his answer, and Sammy gets it right with Pennsylvania, Boston, Massachusetts. So they're not doing well. And then you get music. It's Joey versus Chris. Joey works at a bar. He knows Lady Gaga. He knows Adele. He's got pictures with him. And Chris, he says, this was this is after my time of music, so they get to figure out who the missing Jonas brother was, and I was just sitting there going, I'm in trouble. I wouldn't know. So Chris goes out and screams Steve Jonas is the missing brother. I don't think there is a brother named Steve. I have no idea. I barely know about it because I did look at one reality show where one of the brothers was married to his woman, and they were chronicling the first year of marriage. I barely had interest in it. And Joey says it's Kevin Jonas that was missing, and he was shocked that he got it right. Well, he's the last one on there, and his team wins. So Sean's team wins. Since she just got there that day, she doesn't get to get the prize, but her team, the ones that have been there so far, get the prize of getting a video message from a family member or someone they love. Miranda gets one from her friends. Alex gets one from his wife and his cat, one of their cats. She has him in the video, the cat in the video. Joey gets one from his mom, and Sammy gets one from her aunt. And Joey's mom, her last words are, do it the Sasso way. Be honest. And that's what he's been playing by. That's what he says. So they kind of cut off for the night, and when they wake up, they finally get to see Sean and Bill's profiles and get to see them. So after looking at that, there's a video chat started called Video Fam to check on the other people that got messages from their families saying how they are and how it's doing. It was a cute, sweet little message session. They then added Bill to the chat to get to know Bill. And then Joey is, as always with everybody, is welcoming to everybody. Apparently, I think, if I remember correctly, because I just watched this, Joey was in the gym, so he didn't stay in long. After they get done with that, Adam turns to a chat to flirt with Rebecca to learn more about her, be friendly, and solidify their alliance. Oh my. Catfish love in the city. So they're really flirting. And Adam puts a hashtag of Rebecca and Adam forever. So after that's done, Sean messages Chris to get the dirt, saying he seems like the one to pour the tea. And that goes on for a while. Adam expresses the fact that he's being lonely in his chat with the others. And it's alert time. They have to do their ratings. Girls' chat is then started, and Sean is added and starts. And as soon as Sean gets in, she goes for the girl chat of all times. When they ask her how she's feeling, she's not feeling too well because she's starting her monthly. Rebecca is having a hard time in this chat. And it is hilarious watching a dude try to run amok in a monthly jam session with women, because apparently, from what they were saying, Sammy, Sean, and Miranda are close in cycle, where one is just finishing it, one was on it the week before, and one is just starting it. And All he can say is, you need to put something warm on that area where it'll help. The heat will help with the cramps. And then they said, well, what problem? They were saying what kind of problems they have with their monthly. And he says, the only problem I have is the left side of my body starts hurting. And one of them says, isn't that appendicitis? And then he makes an excuse to go run off and says he got to go take a shower. And so he's got to go. He was uncomfortable, and you could tell, and it was hilarious. Then they get the rating that the notes, the alert. Hey, the ratings are in. And so, as usual, I think this is the third time Shuby has been an influencer. Joey gets his first time being #1 influencer. But there's a twist this time on how they get rid of the people. And Joey is upset because usually, as I've said, they get together, they talk it over, and one person announces. Nope, not this time. They're going to know who is who. They don't get to talk it over with each other. They are told that they are automatically in the circle chat, and the other members are going to get to watch them vote off the other contestants or save. They're told each one of them can save 2 contestants. So, first, Shuby gets second choice and Joey gets first. His first choice is Sammy because he says Sammy is loyal. Then Shuby gets his choice of Rebecca because that's his sister. That she's down with him. And then Joey goes for Chris. Well, now you only have Miranda and Adam on the chopping block. Shuby decides to save Adam because he believes that catfish love is real, and he wants to save his sister's boo thing. Oh, the fun. So Miranda's blocked. From what I can tell, we don't get a video from her. She does decide to go visit Joey. They kiss, and then they decide when the show's over with that they're going to go out on a date. I wish them the best. I hope they actually do make it. I hope this is real love, and maybe something happens and they have kids and grow old together. Shuby eats another peanut butter and jelly sandwich in sadness alone. They didn't show it on there, but I know that they've made a point saying that he has a peanut butter and jelly sandwich each time for a guest, just in case someone goes off. The next morning, they wake up and they see the circle profile pictures come up. There's a new picture on there called Ed, and they automatically jump into meeting Ed. Oh my. So, episode 7 ended on they can save 2 players. So, episode 8 went into the information of how Miranda got taken off. So, when they wake up, there are now 2 girls. Well, technically, there are two real girls and 6 guys. So, but most of them think there's 3 girls and 5 guys. But here's a twist for Ed. Ed brought his mama along with him as his secret weapon. Everybody, apparently, from what the host says, gets to bring an item of their choosing. She says that Joey brought moisturizer and Shuby brought ping pong. And he plays ping pong with himself in his apartment all the time. And we see that during the whole, from episode 1 to now. So he brings his mom. Their weapon of choice is he has a smoking hot body. But he has the brains of a teenager. This is the type of guy that before I got in my 20s, I would date. Smoking hot bod, no brains. No brains at all. God, I love me a man with brains now. Brains are sexy. Just because a guy has a smoking hot body doesn't mean they're going to be the best thing ever. They can be stupid. They can drive you wild in the bedroom and out on the town, but that's not going to work later down the road when you get old. You can look at, oh, he's smart. I can talk to him. But, oh, the looks are going to fade, but the brains, if you can have a conversation with someone, that's what matters. So they're using his body as the profile and his mom's brains and editing everything he says before he posts it for his profile. So we call him a half catfish. Would that mean that we have Adam, Sean, and Rebecca as full catfishes, and then we have Ed as a half catfish, since his mom's helping? I don't know, but we'll get into the fact of whether or not I believe if Sean is a full catfish later. So, Ed is 23, his mom is 52. His mom's name is Tammy, she's a real estate agent, and Ed says most people think he's a butthole. I did censor that word because, as you know, I don't cuss. They are from, I am probably going to butcher this city name, and I apologize to everybody that lives in that state. Conshohocken, Pennsylvania. A bit botched it, bittered it, whatever. I'm sorry to everybody that lives there. I tried my best, and sometimes I can't even say half the state's names right, depending on my mood. And oh my gosh, it took a while to learn some of the city names here in Tennessee when I moved here a while back. We find out that he is a helicopter mechanic, and he is an ultimate party dude and rides dirt bikes. Yeah, totally the kind. If he had dark hair instead of what looks like blondish reddish hair, he would have been totally the kind of dude that I would have dated back in the day. Well, or drooled over, but I usually dated small. We won't go there. That's been like a long, long time ago. So, his mom says he has bad choices in women and dating and has a bad boy mentality. And, you can tell. Oh my. So, he's in there and his mom and him are discussing who's going to get the bed. She says she gets the bed. He flops down on it and you hear a crack. She accuses him of breaking the bed. He probably did, because that's what happens. Everybody's commenting on it, and do dudes have an 8-pack? Can dudes have an 8-pack? Because the other buff guys in there have a 6-pack, but this guy looks like he's got more than that. I think, well, they open the circle chat, and Tammy calls emojis emojos. And it's cute, and it's adorable. We find out that Ed is Italian. Sammy and Tammy went to the same school/college. The chat becomes a dude chat full of testosterone because Chris asks Ed how he doesn't hurt his I'm trying to find a personal area, riding dirt bikes and jumping them over hills, and it happens. So then we see a Sean between chat between certain people, talking to Joey about his meeting, and it doesn't have Rebecca in it, doesn't have Sean, it doesn't have Bill, and it doesn't have Ed. It's pretty much the core group except for Rebecca. I think she's still on her date with her catfishy dude. So, At that time, after they're talking about the date and dishing all the dish and talking about the sloppy kiss and everything, per words, he was asked if he had a sloppy kiss or a chaste kiss. I'm using the word chaste. While they're doing that, Shuby, after that, goes through. Shuby messages Rebecca and dishes on about Joey and Randy. So, he tells her that he saved Adam and gives them his blessing and calls her his sister. Now he's his bruh. So Ed slides into Sammy's DMs. She's not in the mood to chat in a flirtatious way. And at that time, Adam messages Shuby to give him a thank you for saving him. And my first thought was hashtag catfish love, because they start talking. It's told that he saved him because of the fact that Rebecca and Adam can clearly be shown as being in love. Hashtag catfish love. And now an alert, and we have the new game. It's called Portrait Mode. Siggy would win this. Siggy would win this. Back in the day when I was in high school, I could throw down on painting. Not now. It's been a long time since I've drawn. But they only have 30 minutes to do this. And it's called, each player has 30 minutes to paint a portrait of their assigned player. Rebecca gets Bill, Bill gets Adam, Shuby gets Rebecca, Joey gets Ed, Sean gets Chris, Adam gets Sean, Sammy gets Joey, and she decides to paint Miranda and him together as Lady and the Tramp, the spaghetti meal. Ed gets Sammy and Chris gets Shuby. I will say Chris did the best job of painting that of all of them, in my opinion. And I'm hoping that they got to take those home, because that was Shuby's painting portrait that was done by Chris. It was really good. And I would put it on my wall. And Joey, again, says he can't do art. He can barely draw a stick figure. So he draws a heart with little lightning bolts by it, and then puts hashtags of things that he knows about Ed. Yay! Then, after that's done, they really didn't say who was the winner. So there was no prize, no winner. Just something to do to relieve the boredom. Again, contestants don't get to see anyone. They are filmed in the thing. Stuff is left at their doors for them. At different times, they never see anyone. So they're getting pretty lonely. So Chris gets a message from Sean. Sean says she trusts him, then asks if she can bring in the other girls to the chat. She's got something to tell them. And then you see her saying she's going to send a picture of her real self. And Rebecca goes, "Sir Bear, cover your eyes!" And then it fades to black. Now here is my issue. And you all know that you can tell I am a big girl myself right now. And I don't know how I feel about her taking one of her skinny friends' pictures and putting her personality behind it. I'm torn on it, maybe ambivalent, because as a big girl, I understand the stigma that a woman goes through being overweight. It's part of the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, showing that I am losing weight, I am exercising. I do have PCOS, and it is hard to lose weight for me. Carbs are bad. And sometimes I have setbacks where I sometimes need to comfort eat. And even though I know that I shouldn't have Lay's potato chips with bacon French dip, some weeks I have that week where I just need to have it. I don't know what everybody's excuse is for not losing weight or being fat. I can say that even though it is very hard to maintain a diet of 45 carbs for breakfast, lunch, and dinner each meal, and 30 carbs for 3 snacks a day. It's very hard. Now, if you have PCOS or you have a medical condition like I do, that makes it hard to lose weight, where I am doing almost 4 miles a day, walking/biking. If I'm having a hard time losing weight and I'm trying to eat, and my husband, Siggy, can tell you, I do not eat like a pig. I'm not always eating. He's astonished by some of the stuff that I do eat, and then how little I eat, and still have a hard time losing weight. Now, I don't know about people that eat a lot and don't exercise and gain weight and are cool with that, because I'm not eating a lot. I'm exercising a buttload, and I'm fighting to get this weight off of me. I understand the stigma, and I will not say anything about a fat person and their battle, because that's between them. But I'm not going to glorify being overweight. I'm not going to glorify faking and putting up pictures that aren't yourself. Because you got to love yourself. Yes, she may put a skinny picture up just to win the game, to get guys to like her, where she's not ignored, where people can get to know her bright and cheery personality. That's cool. I can understand that, for wanting to win $100,000. But there are women that do this and catfish dudes all the time because they're not secure in their looks. And I think that they should stop. Because you are who you are. You can make a change if you want to. It's not fun walking 4 miles a day. It's not fun eating, let's see. Here's one other thing I can tell you. When I was pregnant, I was at 30 carb meals by gestational diabetes. I can tell you the torment of craving a grilled cheese sandwich and a side of fries. That's all I craved while I was pregnant. Siggy can tell you the torment and evil I was, of how grumpy I was, because I was put down to eating things like 1/4 cup of spaghetti noodles and half a cup of spaghetti sauce equals 30 carbs. There you go. That tells you how bad sometimes it is to eat. It's not easy. It's not fun. And if you see your mate eating like a whole bowl of pasta and garlic bread, and you're only allowed to eat maybe half. Right now I can have half a cup of noodles and half a cup of sauce, and you have your times where you binge out and you eat. You have a binge week where you eat things that you're not supposed to eat, because it is so hard. In 2011/2012, I lost 60 pounds. People loved that I lost 60 pounds and loved how I looked. But I still didn't like who I was. I like who I am now. It's a good person to be. But I lost 60 pounds working out. Over 2 years, working out 4 hours a day. I ran my body into the ground. I was meticulous over my carbs, making sure I had them exactly how my nutritionist had them. And I lost 60 pounds in 2 years. Do you know how it feels when you see someone go from 250 pounds to 150 pounds in 6 months and you can't get there? It's hard. So I can understand what Sean's doing. But I just don't know how I feel about it, because I know how hard the fight is. I know how hard it is that this is one of the reasons I'm documenting what I'm doing on my exercise, where you guys can see how hard it is for a PCOS person to lose weight, that wants to lose the weight in a healthy manner. I just don't know how I feel. And with that, it's late. It took a while to do the homeschool stuff, do the research, to write down what I wanted to focus on this one. And it's close to Siggy's bedtime because he works one of those shifts where he has to get up almost 4:30/5 o'clock in the morning. So he'll probably do the render tomorrow. It'll probably render all day while he's at work. The schedule will be tonight I will put up the exercise video to clock my miles that we recorded yesterday. Tomorrow I'll put up the miles not the miles, but the video for episodes 5 and 6. This one will probably go up on Wednesday. We will film the next crochet video on Wednesday night. It'll go up Thursday. We'll film each other day until we get done with the episodes. We only got 4 more episodes to do. And then we will go back to our normal schedule of filming on Sunday for how many miles we can go on Sunday and put it up on Monday, and filming crochet video on Wednesday, putting it up on Thursday, deciding, however, if I ever find another show like this that I want to do again. Don't know if we're going to lump them up like we're doing with this one, because it takes a while to do them like this. I can understand why the people do their videos 1 episode each week on most of the shows, but we'll see how we feel. But Siggy's going to need a break after this week because I've been riding him hard on these videos. Well, have a blessed day. Have a fun time and enjoy the show. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you want.